Any day that we can drive another Porsche is a decent day, in spite of the fact that we concede we particularly appreciate cases stuffed to the rain rails with execution upgrading trees. There are numerous such things on the German organization's broadly extensive rundown of additional items, including dynamic suspension frameworks, carbon-fired brake rotors, chest-pounding deplete frameworks, forceful haggle combos, and sport chrono bundles with their dash-mounted lap clocks and skeleton changes. Obviously, Porsche's more sybaritic additional items are pleasant, as well, for example, rubbing seats, megawatt sound frameworks, and cowhide-covered emphasis of everything from the main event to the individual veins of the air vents. The optioned-up Porsches we ordinarily test are especially athletic renditions of autos that are entirely athletic effectively, as university football players subsequent to preparing for the NFL scouting combine, and they're fit for creating dazzling numbers at the track. The discretionary go-quick things can have the effect between simply amazing speeding up, braking, and parallel grasp and section characterizing, examination test winning, mic-dropping details. This specific second-age Porsche Panamera 4S, which is a 2017 model yet mechanically indistinguishable to a 2018, is a course book case of Porsche's send the best contender into the ring strategy. It's furnished with more than $24,000 worth of execution-related alternatives over its $100,950 base cost, and only $1,235 in different additional items, $1,050 for path change help and $185 for shaded Porsche peaks on the wheel focus tops. Accordingly prepared, the Panamera 4S not just blows the execution bent for extravagant foreign entryways in its value extend yet additionally leaves little sunlight between the Panamera 4S and the 911 Carrera 4S, much similarly that the Panamera Turbo nips at the foot rear areas of the 911 Turbo. All things considered, the strength of the 4S's new twin-turbocharged 2.9-liter V6 motor isn't promptly evident on early introduction. It feels very solid, however not precisely brawny. Be that as it may, the test numbers recount an alternate story, with dispatch control connected with the 0 to 60 mph dash requires only 3.6 seconds. Dispatch control is a piece of the Sport Chrono bundle, which is incorporated into the $6,930 Sport bundle that likewise brings a versatile air spring suspension, wear fumes, and back wheel directing, that's just 0.4 seconds slower than a 2017 Carrera 4S PDK, which weighs 1,005 pounds less, and 0.6 seconds behind the fiendish, 550 horsepower Panamera Turbo. Keep your foot in it and you can be a quarter mile far from where you began in only 12.1 seconds while going at 114 miles per hour. Not awful for a 4,485-pound hatchback. Not exclusively is the Panamera 4S abounding with control, it truly knows how to utilize it, at any rate when outfitted with the previously mentioned Sport bundle in addition to the $5,000 Porsche Dynamic Chassis Control Sport Framework, Dynamic Hostile-to-Move Bars, Brake-Based-to-Work Vectoring, and an electronically controlled restricted slip raise differential, $8,960 carbon-fired brakes, and $3,630 21-inch sport design wheels with amazed width Z evaluated Continental Conti Sport Contact 5P tires. At the skid pad, the Panamera 4S obstinately clung to the blacktop, creating 1.03 grams worth of parallel grasp, shading the Panamera Turbo's 0.94 grams, a change that can be ascribed in vast part to its 108-pound lighter control weight and about 2% front raise move in weight appropriation, 51.7 48.3% for the 4S versus 53.5 46.5 for the Turbo. The auto's dynamic sweet spot was a bit of the controlling wheel-mounted pushing mode dial away. In changing from the standard normal mode to sport, material and very much weighted directing, a tight yet not teeth-rattling ride, snappier movements, and a more responsive quickening agent liven things up pleasantly. Game additionally pumps up the volume of the fumes note of the 2.9-liter V6, in spite of the fact that despite everything we don't know we adored the sound. The Sport Plus setting felt somewhat blundering from a ride and directing outlook, and it likewise clutched and tends to yearn for road utilize, despite the fact that the fumes crackling got significantly more grate. The 4S's lower math likewise pays profits while braking, with the auto stopping from 70 miles per hour in a meager 151 feet, 2 feet shorter than the Panamera Turbo, which didn't have the discretionary carbon artistic brakes, and inside 4 feet of the 911 Carrera 4S, all with no discernible blur, jump, or, far and away superior, the screeching and grabbiness amid typical driving that portray such huge numbers of earthenware slowing mechanisms. While the numbers above demonstrate that the Panamera 4S has vitality and quality to save, sterility appears to describe this current auto's air more than the virility displayed by different Panameras we've tried. Is it the absence of V8 sound? All things considered, we didn't whine about the Panamera Turbo's absence of soul. Is it this current case's clean white paint and all dark inside, which rendered it appearing as though it may have flown out of a research facility at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention? Or on the other